Welcome back to MegaMan 64. I'm once again joined by Manga.
Hi there.
And first things first, we got a new equipment. Let's, equip it. Jump springs. And what this lets us do is jump higher. Thankfully.
Woo!
Now we can just jump all over the place. It's like we're on the moon.
A demented blue rabbit.
Now, first thing we're gonna do, oddly enough, is go right back into the dungeon.
It allows you to go right onto it allows you to get onto those higher platforms that were a bugger before, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. Screw you all. Don't know why I did that. But anyway, yeah. There's an area up here, and this is literally the one very small area we can reach. And now we're leaving the subgate. So here's something I've been meaning to bring up at some point. But an actually pretty cool move. The subgates, all the subgates are actually connected to the normal ruins.
Okay, so it's just a giant underground conspiracy.
And all the ruins areas we've been to before are all technically connected to each other. So this is just one big, huge infrastructure, in a way.
So once you advance far enough, you can basically just get anywhere by going through the underground ruins.
Yes. I've always really liked stuff like that.
Handy.
Now you can see on the map there's an exit there, obviously. And the cool thing is that exit, if I'm not mistaken, was the closest ruins entrance. Well, the ruins entrance that was closest to this subgate. So it actually, logically makes sense in terms of how it would be structured. I think.
Makes logical sense in a video game?
Never.
That's freaky.
I always like cool stuff like that, where they actually think about details like that.
It's always nice when they put a wee bit of effort in.
I mean, obviously, I'm not sure if it's exactly correct, if you would actually construct this, if it would, perfectly fit what they were going for. But it's at least close enough that's believable, and that no one will ever be able to tell.
See, I've never constructed a giant subterranean complex, so I really can't comment.
More of these guys. Another very explodable box, with some worms inside.
Oh, well, isn't that fun?
Maybe it's like a robotic apple to them, and the worms were just living in there. And yeah, we've been in this room before, but we haven't been able to get up here.
And now there's more free stuff.
Now I compare this to Zelda's, but I guess in a way, well, Zelda does this too, but I guess in a way this is at least this part of the game is like how in Metroid, you get different, you don't get a different exploding treasure chests. But you do get different equipment that lets you go places you couldn't before.
I don't know, I think Samus could handle an exploding treasure chest.
I do really regret us not upgrading these sub-weapons, because they're not actually that powerful at level 1. So they're not that useful.
See, since you brought up Zelda, all I'm wondering now is if you get a hookshot attachment.
No, unfortunately.
Because that just makes life so much easier.
I mean, I'm pretty sure one of the Mega Man X games did have a weapon like that, but they don't have anything like that in this game.
Not anime enough.
I don't know, if you dress them up like like a thief of some sort, a really fancy thief, then it would be Japanese enough because he would use it because he's a thief.
As far as I know, to be a Japanese thief, you just need a bag made out of that cloth with the swirly marks on it.
Well, that's not the cool type of thief.
Or yeah, or you know, you could get a tuxedo and a top hat and be the cool kind of thief. Any more new areas in this? Is this just running back into places you've been before now?
Well, obviously the map is filling in, so it is a new place.
Ah.
Okay, so if I could change one thing about this in retrospect already, I probably wouldn't have spent so many parts just briefly going into the ruins. There's honestly a lot we haven't seen in the ruins yet, and at some point I do a more, at least a somewhat more complete run throughout the ruins, instead of just like going through tiny sections of it. Anyway, screw that guy. Let's just jump our way out of here.
Why not? Totally the best way to travel. To be fair, did you ever have those moon boots as a kid? Because when you had moon boots, you never walked anywhere.
No, I didn't. Though I know what you mean.
It's the ones, if you had them, you didn't walk anywhere.
Now this and I believe the next part are almost exclusively going to be side content. There's a good amount of side content we haven't even touched yet. Or at least either that or stuff that's just been unlocked, I guess.
It's good when a game has a good wee bit of side content, so you don't feel completely railroaded through it.
Yeah.
Like you feel rewarded for going for a wee wander and poking around corners of the map.
Though this is more like actual side quests.
Also fun.
How do you know that?
Secret information.
That's one of those times where they might as well just say, the script said so.
Because it's my line, okay? Because it's my line.
I'm doomed to say this until you accomplish something else.
I got nothing else to say, just go do things so they can send me the new script, please.
The first things first, we have enough to make another donation, so we can fix some of the buildings. Though first we should give an update to the mayor. Though she doesn't say anything other than, you should check out the other subgates.
Just vaguely wondering about, So what are you gonna rebuild this time?
The residential homes.
That come up with any nice benefits?
I'm honestly not sure. What it does is rebuild the buildings.
Just out of the goodness of your heart.
And because we have enough, we might as well repair the condominiums as well.
It's gonna casually come in and throw your money around.
Yep. MegaMan's making it rain for charity.
What a nice, sweet, anime-haired philanthropist.
But at this point, we just came to see her.
Nothing, I just came to see you. Okay, have we suddenly stumbled into one of those text games where you can hook up with about 5 different girls? Is that what just happened?
I don't know.
It's a shame that pirates came and destroyed most of the city. What a shame.
So you can see they were rebuilding the bank. Which means it now looks like that.
Like a giant pile of shipping crates is what I thought it was for a second. Evening, Copper. So the police. Thank you for that information. None of these people have any work to do. They're all just standing around their offices waiting to chat to you.
Believe in the police officer that believes in you.
Still haven't found this girl's panties?
No matter what I do, I just talk to the same NPC.
Just told you what happened 3 times. Are you kind of rude to the officers' lockers?
Oh, hey MegaMan.
So, how many murders have you had this week? 12?
Huh. Drop 3 things. All better run. What?
That's ominous as hell.
Could you go doing my job for me? Thank you.
Well, I just stand here in my office and glare at the wall. So you can tell this is from like the 90s, because these days if something gets abandoned in a public place, you've got the bomb squad down there in like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Now we can't actually call for a roll, because this is a very interesting side quest. Also, this happens.
Okay. Sudden teleportation? Was there a cat around? Oh. First he teleported, then he got run over by a police officer. Not a good way to start the quest. So yeah, just the woman going, "What was that noise?" just after a bomb. It sounded like a bomb going off. Well, yeah. Well done.
So yeah, to explain what's going on, as I should have done sooner, apparently there's bombs that's been planted around this place, and we need to find them. Thing is that the locations change depending on what happens. In fact, this is my second run, and the locations were different. But the clues are always the same. The first one is next to a greenhouse. got the bomb, and now this guy here gonna give us another clue. Maybe it's on the roof.
But saying he forgot the bomb, or is it just, you know, a random comment that happens to be to do with where the bomb is?
It's just a random comment that happens to do with where the bomb is.
I would just be like, left behind my tools, a bomb, what?
You got bomb! Yay.
Da 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 da!
You can't actually fail this mission, and unless you save and come back, you'll actually lose those items. So you do only have one chance to do this correctly, and you do have a limited time before they actually explode.
So that guy again isn't help.
Oh no, we already got the bombs. The first one blew up in the middle of the street, and the other two we got. So that's all of them.
Oh, okay. It's good to know.
The items you get aren't super important, but you will actually miss out on them if you don't get both of them in time.
That was a fairly simple wee side quest then.
Hi, Megare.
We found the explosives.
Thanks! That's what we get. Thanks!
That's all you get?
Yeah, the only items you get are the ones you get from the bombs. So the bombs were better than the inspector, technically.
Surprise, surprise.
Odd thing is that I remember there's actually a couple more quests related to the inspector that the inspector gives you, and oddly, all of them I remember happening a little sooner than they actually do. Like, I could have sworn you could have done this one before going to the first subgate, but I guess I was wrong.
Apparently not.
Jumped over that.
Yep, just, you know, casually sail over it, why not?
What do I think? Yes. Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, digging a giant hole, kind of... That actually is true. It is actually impossible right now to get into the subgate over there. Which is probably why we're gonna go for the one in the lake instead.
Definitely a better idea to go into the one you can actually go into.
I decided to explore this place even though it's mostly pointless. There's one or two things around here, but this place is mostly pointless right now.
Not even any good free stuff.
At least not yet. Oh, well, there's that, though. The safety helmet.
That's handy. Always good to be safe when you're, you know, tomb raiding and fighting pirates.
You know what they say? Fighting pirates is just like riding a bicycle.
Shouldn't fight pirates without your elbow pads and knee pads. And make sure you have a bell.
But a chameleon thing? That item actually lets you I believe, turn invisible for a limited amount of time.
That's pretty handy.
We don't have enough money for most of the really good Buster parts yet.
I just realised, why are these people out in a shack in the middle of nowhere?
I don't know.
I'm just sitting here casually buying people from these things from these people in a shack and no...
Their shop is literally on the complete opposite side of town.
How did you get here? How did you know I would be here?
I do not know.
It's that off-screen teleportation thing that's always creepy. Not as creepy as that one, Watson, but creepy nonetheless.
I actually got that reference.
I understood that. That video has haunted me.
We found their secret hideout. How'd you find one of the only 3 or 4 buildings in this area?
How did you do that? Honestly, you haven't even got a lock on the door. Come on, you need a knock and a password to get into a secret base. Amateurs.
So this is another side quest we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff for. They need some supplies in order to make their own base, and we're gonna give them those supplies apparently. They need a pickaxe apparently.
I don't know if you should be giving these boys a pickaxe. Like, I really don't think you should be giving these children a pickaxe.
When we said we were going on a dig, we didn't mean that literally. You can't dig through... This is a building. This isn't dirt. What are you doing? This isn't a mine.
You don't need a pickaxe for this, you need guns. Lots of guns.
Yes, that is MegaMan. Oh yeah, we were able to rebuild the bank now.
Yay!
It's called the Bank.
Bank of Bank.
Bank of Bank.
So, time to dig into the vault and steal the jewels.
She says it's time to go home. This bank was literally just rebuilt.
Money out, why are you still taking up the ATM?
As far as I'm aware, I don't think this really does anything. It's literally, the bank is back. Okay.
Means all the help that you can get so you guys can start giving yourselves bonuses again, eh? 10-1, the bankers are the real supervillain of the game. Or is that just real life?
Low of column A, a low of column B.
Bring my car around.
Anyway, because I consistently have to do minimal upgrades and minimal content. Let's upgrade the grenade arm a little bit.
Why not? For more efficient firing of grenades, which is what every boy needs.
We equipped it, of course. And now, what shall we do?
can get that text game enhancement as well.
Yes, obviously. Now let's just
Dancing monkey. Ah.
save. Oh, and by the way, this was my first attempt to do this. I'm right at the bomb, and... Yep. MegaMan's not even on the screen. Where did he go? Oh no. I do love how the camera just stays on that. Then when you try to walk away, Data's just there shaking his head. You could have stopped that bomb if you were more courageous. Why didn't you just use your own body to protect this house?
It's presumably empty house, going by the pile of rubble that was conspicuously lacking blood and corpses. Nevertheless.